If you're joining us on my channel, random reasons, hello, I'm doing some commentary because I can. Got two Renaults here, battling side by side here. We're in the beautiful, beautiful Austrian mountains, Asturian mountains here today. And they're going side by side there. That is down the inside, that is Bobster making a move and off into the gravel, Arctic Monkeys. And that, does he keep out the barrier, gets back going, spinning around, and that is a problem there. And that, in fact, gets out the way of a Mercedes, and there goes the Haas, and hits the back of him. Oh, disaster there, the Haas side-swiping the back of the Renault. And that's a problem there, then. Well, he's going to come straight back into the pit lane. These two up. Damage on that car, then. And straight in, Arctic Monkeys puncture on the rear then. And Random out of this race there, and he's lost a wheel. There's been a major shunt there. That is at turn 4 or 5, I believe. That is just around the right hand up. Everyone will be hurtling into that pit lane then. Let's see, that's around there then. So he's dropped it heavily. Big impact in the Armco then. We've got a leader there. We've got a few cars in the pit lane here. Danny, he's up in 9th position so far as we go through all this little field here. If you're joining us, hello and welcome to beautiful countryside here. Not often I stream on my own channel, but there I am. Because I'm just feeling one of those moods. Want to stream, do some commentary. Oh, I know, I got a nice little race going on here. With what can you say? There's a Ferrari round. I believe, yes, Ferrari spinning. Keeps out of the Armco there. That is the flat slag going round and out. He's retired, there's an issue. Carnage. Out of carnage there. What does mean is that Lily now jumps up with a nice position there. Danny is 8th place up the front as yellow flags in sector 3 again. That is for flat slag. Williams leading so far from Paggy, Jaskin 3rd, and the Force India. Selanik in 4th place. Bobster up in 5th. Rumpet 6th. Owen is in 7th. Danny 8th. Lily 9th. Silent 10th. Arctic Devils in 11th place. Bazos 12th. Goody is all over the back of that of the Hassler and the McLaren. Now this race Fat Slag pulling off the side of the road there at turn number 1. And Random out of this race in the DNF MP Born as well. The question is, who's going to be making a move? That's a good question now. You have to wonder that McLaren here closing up dramatically on the back of Bowser here. Could have a move down the inside. Don't think so far. Backs off of it there. Now will carry on his merry way. Gets a good exit though. Blast that McLaren. Can the Honda do anything there? He's going to pull alongside and down the inside it will go. The Haas not doing anything there and unfortunately getting swallowed up like a bee sneeze there. The Haas can't challenge that McLaren there. The world's fastest gamer there. Between 12 places. Not doing too bad. Meanwhile up front we've got Arif ahead of Paggy up front with Jaskin 3rd. Bit of a gap then further down as well. Apart from that, it's going so far so good up front. We've got a few cars battling together here then. We go through the field here to find the nice little things there. And so far the McLaren, that's the Ferrari then. Perhaps side by side and passing around the outside of the Mercedes there. So blasting past Mr. Crumpet. That is Owen doing a move there. Around the outside he went. Very good little move then from the Ferrari driver. Nothing he could have done, and in fact he's now trying to pull away as quick as he can. Williams up front then, here on board with the Renault coming into pit lane. So now there's a scheduled stop there for the Renault driver running a very beautiful Hulkenberg-esque helmet then. So Lane, he is in 4th position, he's doing good, and well, going well so far then. Up front is Paggy and Random is out of the race. Arif, he's in a good first position there then. And Paggy and Jask in 3rd. Selene down in 4th place, doing well so far then. And Owen, Mr. Crumpet, Danny and Lily then battling on the back of Danny here. It's going to be a run down up the hill then. See, down the inside there's an opportunity there for the Haas driver. I don't know if he's going to try it. He will probably. Down the inside he'll go. Danny backs out of it there. We'll try on the exit then. We'll get a nice long toe then. The Haas versus the Toro Rosso. Renault versus Ferrari engine. Let's see. Who's he going to be then? Down the straight. Pulls the inside. Down the inside, he'll attempt again. Doesn't get anything there, though. Now, nibble, nibble, nibble. Fight, fight, fight to the outside. And I think he is going to get him, yes. Round the outside. Beautiful move then from the Haas driver. Blasting his way past Danny then. And then following behind. Don't forget, he's one of the Renaults there. Immediately following that is the Bobster. He's going to be challenged soon then. And this could be a very interesting move. Well, he's going to have to challenge some way in. Where is he going to do it? Well, that's the important question. Have to do it heavily, heavily somewhere. DRS probably active there. And on the road, you can see there goes one of Mr. Crumpet. He's not too far up the road then from these three drivers. There's a Renault right up the back of Danny there then. I'm going to make a move there. Now, where's he going to do it? Up the hill. That could be an opportunity here then. Down the inside, you see, brave on the brakes. Down the inside, takes a dive. Does he hit him? Just about wheel-to-wheel contact almost there. Now down to the exit. The next braking zone. Who's it going to be? Toro Rosso versus Renault. And I think the Renault is down the inside. Yes, he has the inside line. Covers him off beautifully and up into 8th position there. Great driving from the Renault there. The Toro Rosso absolutely couldn't do anything then. And Jask out of the race. That is a problem for him. Now, what has happened to him? Oh, it's a huge shunt. That, last corner. Now, that is a humongous accident there. Wow, has he done that? That is a hefty, hefty shunt there for Force India. And he's hit the wall in a very, very acute angle then. Straight into the arm coat, pointing almost 90 degrees across the circuit there, luckily. And in the pit lane, that is Mr. Crumpet straight away then. So he's immediately realised there's an incident, straight in as all the cars going to be swifting around that debris vehicle then. Up front. Still got the battle though. Bobster is challenging Lily still, so these two haven't done anything yet though. They're going to be battling. The DRS will be active, and this is where Lily is going to be under attack then from the Bobster. DRS activated. Down the straight, let's see where he can go. Is he going to go the inside or the outside? That's the important question here. Doesn't really want to do a move yet. He'll back out of it, and then we'll see if he does make a move soon. DRS won't be active yet. I believe it is because of the thing. And in the pit lane, 2nd position now. In the pit lane, we'll relook at the battle for 5th position down the back lane. If you're wondering, if you're just joining us, we have got a stream on the official channel, by the way. I'm just streaming the new channel because I can't log into the other one right now. So I'm streaming my channel, because why not? Enjoying this beautiful, beautiful race here. Oh, big slide! He doesn't go in the pit lane. Surely, how he's hit the wall. He's hit the wall into the pit lane. That's a disaster. Spinning the rears around. And that is a huge mistake. Huge mistake there for him. And that is a disaster for him there. Spinning that car around. And he's in the wall into the pit lane though. So we'll get away with that. And Danny then. You saw that then. And the Renault as well. Bobster there. And it's a party there. Owen's only coming up the road ahead of Arafish, who's just come out of the pit lane. That's going to be interesting here. I think the Ferrari's close enough to make any moves yet. We'll be finding out if it happens. I don't know if it will, but anything can happen here, and it usually does. And let's see, 14 out of 36. Let's we're about halfway through the race nearly. About about 17, 18, I think, halfway through the race. So we're only a few laps away from halfway through the race. Well, up the front now is Paggy, who I believe is staying out in the other Williams then, ahead of Selene. And Arif there, he is in 3rd position ahead of Owen. And then it's Bobster, Danny, Silent Assassin in the Red Bull, being as silent as he is ahead of the Arctic Devil. Mr. Crumpet there, challenging the Arctic Devil, though, is Goody. Going too far back in the McLaren there. Following behind him is one of the Hasses. And then it's Lily right down the back then. The only driver also in this race, because we've got Jask, Fat Slag, Random, and MK Bourne, who is somewhere in this field. I don't know where he is. He's out in this race, that's all we know. Well, so far it's going good, and I have to say, good battle going on. Mr. Crumpet challenging Arctic Devil, and he's going to be challenging as quick as he can. See where you can make a move then. It'll be down into turn number 3. See who gets a good exit. The Mercedes, the Renault sliding, absolute sliding there on the exit, and this could be the opportunity he's waiting for. Now up the hill, where's he going to make a move? Let's see, doesn't make it down the inside. Now we'll have to get DRS active then, and then we'll see where we can make this move then. The Renault quick in a straight line. Mercedes even more quicker, and these two, and a few toes behind. Sirlane, meanwhile, is taking the lead as Paggy pits in the pit. Then, for a scheduled stop, Arctic, Mr. Trumpet versus Arctic Devil, meanwhile, is what we're looking at here. Then, down into the long left-hander, Owen will jump up to third as Paggy in the pit lane will presumably drop round about where Bobster came out then. As we look at these two, the Renault and the Mercedes, battling away then. And where is he going to make a move there, Len? He's going to try to the inside. Has a look. Don't be too brave there down the inside of the last two corners. I think DRS at turn one could be an opportunity here. It's a nice little run. It's a nice obscure angle, though. That's the point, though. Is he going to try and make a desperate move down the inside? I think he'll probably back out of it and get it down into turn three again. But it's so difficult. The Renault getting more of a slide on the exit. That's Mercedes, low. Planted like a rock. And let's see, he's going to challenge, I think, this time. I don't know, maybe not. Not close enough again, the Mercedes. Can't catch up to that Renault. That's the important question. There is the Mercedes. Lighting the rears and almost slides off the road then. Mr. Crumpet, definitely on the edge here in Austria. He's definitely challenging, but is that enough, low, to make a move? We'll only find out in the next few laps if he does make a move then. Lap 17 out of 36, so about halfway through this little race here. Not joining me here, welcome to the beautiful, silent and beautiful, luxurious forest here around the Stillberg circuit here and Styrian Mountains here as we're looking at the Mercedes versus the Renault. Arctic versus Crumpet. Very cold Crumpet there, goes over the curve there, a bit naughty then. Get away with that low. Now this is straight away down towards turn number 2. Rain is expected, by the way, so expect that to happen in a few laps' time. Fastest lap for Lily, by the way, in the Haas of 1 minute 8.5. And again, not close enough. That Mercedes, comparing to the soft tyres on the other car of the Renault, not close enough. So we say that goes close into the braking zone. As the exit's low, you can see sliding that car around as hard as he can. Nothing he can do. And fortunately, in the pit lane comes Sirlane, by the way, up front. As these two battle away then. Bit of a look up there for the Renault, but gets turned in quite well. And there is the Red Bull, Takoya Red Bull then. Doing well, he's in 7th place. Silent Assassin Danny in the Red Bull team. Is Toro Rosso, technically a Red Bull almost. It's still got nice sponsors on it. Toro Rosso, however, it's in a nice little position there in 6th place. Yeah. Lane coming out of the pit lane, Silent Assassin coming in, as his teammate will jump ahead of him there then. Now, where's the battles going on up front? Well, we're wondering. Arrow still leads to it is a Williams 1 and 3 there. Owen in 2nd position here then in the Ferrari. He's nice and comfortable in the middle then. As 3 tenths between these two this time. Bit of a slide on the exit this time again though. Not getting any exit here. And well, this could only be interesting then. Down into the right-handers led. That car, as you can see the speed, he's going to have to make a very rash move or hope for a mistake, and runs wide. That's not going to help him. Running off the circuit there, look, definitely not going to give him anything then. You can see low big changes in this race. Is Sirlane in the Arctic Monkey, Arctic Devil, should we say, doing a good job there as well as you can do one. Let's have a look at it. Up here. Sirlane, he's challenging his teammate here. He's not too far behind the other Toro Rosso. That's going to be an interesting battle if anything happens, though. Mr. Crumpet, don't forget, also a few tenths behind the other car. And Lily as well, catching up to Goody down the back as well. So all interesting here going on right now. And Mr. Crumpet, a 3-second penalty for exceeding track limits as Danny is battling his teammate here. The two Toro Rossos then battling here around the exit. Easy stuff there, team orders in effect then. And an easy move nonetheless. Mr. Crumpet, meanwhile, again in that DRS. And Lily low. Here they come round the outside. That's going to be brave in the brakes here. Round the outside then on the ever-changing McLaren, who's changing tyres every few seconds. Round the outside. Does get it, I believe. And there's Mr. Crumpet going off the road. And do they all avoid him? 3 wide. They just about do avoid that then. Great avoiding action from those two there. And they just avoid a massive shunt there as they go 3 wide then. Great move from Lily Lowe to jump up to 8th position then. And now look out for the McLaren versus the Mercedes. The Mercedes already pouncing on that McLaren, who's changing tyres. Now on the ultra softs again, we're changing the soft, still different tyres. As Crumpet doesn't want to be doing that, however, that won't do it. Meanwhile, Paggy is catching up to Owen, by the way, so very much catching up, actually. The DRS here. Gap closing. The Ferrari, I believe, had a bit of a slide coming out the corner. Now, this could be interesting. Down at the straight. Now, I don't know if he's close enough yet to make a move, as Goody is in the pit lane, by the way, so he's made a pit stop just as we spoke there. On Assassin low, he's versing Mr. Crumpet as well, so this could be interesting. So it's all going on down the back. See the Red Bull challenging the Mercedes here, and he's going to be brave on the brakes there. He is, doesn't almost hit him, just gets out of it. A very close stop then from that Red Bull. And Paggy has passed Owen, we believe now then. So he's done it somewhere, but we're looking at the battle between the Red Bull here. So he went wide at the last corner and he went through. And here's a battle, shimmy, down the inside, pushes him almost off the circuit. And has he got the move done? Side by side into the right handle then. They just arrived round the outside, the Red Bull. Beautiful move there then. And you have to say, that was a stunning move from Silent Assassin. Round the outside, no prisoners held then. And that Mercedes has a serious issue there then. What can he do? I'm 21 of 36 low. And it's going so far so well. Off the circuit again goes Mr. Crumpet. He'll be getting a penalty if he's not careful there. And off the road a lot. Danny in the pit lane, by the way, and the Toro Rosso comes out just ahead of a Lily here. This could be interesting then. What can Lily do? So, I don't know, presumably it's a C. Could be a heel, we know. Well, they will have DRS down the straight. Presumably it might just be even DRS 1.0 out, so might not get DRS here. But definitely might be on a faster strategy. Like Danny did his pit load for the soft tyres, so we'll be going to the end of this race. Well, meanwhile, up front it is currently a Williams 1-2 here in the Austrian mountains. Just like 2014 until Mercedes cast it. However, Mercedes nowhere to be seen in this race, however. Owen sticking with Paggy Low. So he's not given up that battle so far, Low. And he will challenge until the bitter end, until something happens. He'll try and force a mistake if he can. It's going to be where can he make a move then? Is he going to be down the DRS zones? We'll have DRS here, Low. Now it's going to be interesting. Does he make a move there? Now, where is he close enough? That is the question. It's definitely closing up. Perfect down, not much battling going on the telemetry so far then. Well, joining us for the beautiful onboard highlights almost of this race. It's going so far so well for the drivers. Now I'm going to curse it, everyone's going to crash in a wall, but it still could be worse. I mean, they're doing good up front, it's going well. And what can you say? So far so good. Often you see me commentating randomly low, but it is good to commentate now again on my channel. Well, gives me a little bit of nice practice indeed. If you're wondering, this is something that I've announced now. If you are wondering, I am joining AOR, and I will be streaming on this channel on Sunday. If you wanted to join us then, that's going to be exciting. I hope you learn, and I hope you see it. It's going to be definitely interesting, though. What's going to happen? Well, it only ends in a tragedy, but hopefully not. Well, I think my mic's mended itself today because I'm holding it firmly in my hand, so I can't move. Whatever's happening, it's going well. If you're not joining us, hello and welcome, but I don't think many are watching. However, they'll only watch later on. So far so good. Owen is battling Paggy, and Arthris going a bit wide there up front, but leading by 8.2 seconds from the other Williams. 1 second ahead of the Ferrari Bobster and the Renault. Far way back then. And then a bit of Solane and Arctic and Danny then battling actually as we look at him. Not DRS here. Now, where's he going to make a move? It's going to be interesting. Don't think I'm making a move for that. Solane up front. In the pit lane comes the Ferrari, by the way, then. From third position. He may stay down in, I believe, 5th place. He'll come out. And in the pit lane, though, he does come. As leads to the Renault versus the Toro Rosso. Almost nudging him off the circuit. That's how close he was there. Definitely under pressure here, then. As he come over the hill, he's challenging all the time. Now, where is he going to make that move? down the inside there. That'll be brave. See, DRS will be activating here, and you get a beautiful run here. Is it the opportunity down the inside of turn 1 then? He pulls the inside. The Renault pulls the inside, and down he goes. And they almost make contact, side pod to side pod. And look at that, side by side up the hill, and they make contact. And how they don't end in a wall, we'll never know. And that's so close to having a disaster left. And they still fight. And down the inside, and they both run off. They're off the circuit. Wow, and Mr. Crumpy gets a penalty in the meantime, as the two cars push each other right off the road. And now what's up for Silent Assassin, who's going to be challenging? He's right up on the pair of them. And boy, oh boy, could this be interesting. Well, what's going to happen is going to be close. It's going to be interesting. These two pushing each other to the limit there, and gets through it eventually, though. When off the circuit, that Renault's not going to be very happy there, surely. And off the circuit again, there's an issue there perhaps then. As he got damage on that Renault, was their tyres just going off? Could be the important question then. Well, wherever it is, that Red Bull now challenging. So from a Toro Rosso to a Red Bull. And I believe it's going to be interesting. In the pit lane then he'll come. So has got a problem then. Those tyres presumably just a little bit older then. Wants to be able to stop the car. Does do so. Now jump the Mercedes. Mr. Crumpet up. He's got another penalty. But Danny, very aggressive stuff there, putting him right off the circuit. Gets through, however, and well, whatever it was, only a few laps to go, another about 11 laps here in the Styrian Mountains. So far, so good then. Owen is challenging Bobster. Paggy and Ara Fish up the front there. I'll eventually pronounce his name correctly. In the pit lane is Arctic and Bowser down the back, by the way, if you're wondering about them two. Well, it's going so far, so good there. A little bit of contact, low. Danny was very aggressive there on the Renault, though. But fair dues did pull the move off. And it was very, very tight stuff there. I think perhaps a bit of a legal move, though, in my books. Then we'll have the Red Bull, who's catching a little bit here, about 1.9 seconds. So he's definitely closing a little bit. New fastest lap, by the way, from the Ferrari of Owen then, who is catching Bobster. He is now 1.3 behind. So we'll keep an update on that when the time comes around there. But very close then. And so far so good though. It's only going to end well. Here we are in the Austrian mountains, the Styrian mountains here. Rain perhaps on the horizon, but no foreseeable future low. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Bobster, he's in third place so far, low in the Renault, but look how quickly that Ferrari is catching. And, well, what can only happen here? Everyone joining. Are these net positions or do people need to make stops? A few people may need to make stops, however. I think they're on their last stops right now. But it's going to be interesting to see what's going to be happening. If you are just joining us, welcome to the Styrian Mountains here for a very hectic little race going on here. That's time I've streamed on my channel over 2 months. So, could have an upload and, well, what can I choose an upload? We'll race to stream here. The ILR League, a good league I normally stream on their channel, but let's stream on that channel. We'll be streaming my channel because democracy. Owen catching 1.4 seconds now. The closing Arctic Devil, by the way, is catching a little bit there to Goody. So it's all going on there between 9, 10 and 11 position there. We'll have a little look at them in a few moments' time. Let's have a look at them now. Let's see if we can find them. MK Bourne somewhere in the pit lane. A few cars out this race as well after some serious incidents here around the circuit. However, Arctic Devil, who is challenging again now. He's catching Talat McLaren now of Goody, who's catching Lily, who is also catching Mr. Crumpet. So this is going to end up going beautifully well. Mr. Crumpet struggling low in that Mercedes. Not a Renault. That's a Renault. That'll also be a Renault soon. It can only be interesting there, but the Renault catching and behind them is your leader, by the way. And is the leader catching these guys, so it could be interesting to see what happens here then. And, well, we can only say one thing. It's going to end well, as the Renault trying to catch the McLaren, who's also trying to catch the Haas, who's also trying to catch the Mercedes, who is trying to catch the car ahead, who is Silent Assassin, who's quite far behind, and Silent Assassin catching up on the Toro Rosso, however. Now, this could be interesting to see what happens between these two. Well, let's not if they don't do that, and hits the wall. And off goes the tyre. And I've cast that one again, so perfect accident there, unfortunate to say. Was catching until cast it, but and might cause a safety car. It's a very acute crash there. as Mr. Crumpet cut the corner. Watches out for the Red Bull then, who spun off as I looked at him. Not catching Danny, however, so that's Danny in a good position. But Commentator's car strikes again, and look at the hat, however. The hat's all over the back of Mr. Crumpet here, and this could be interesting, up the hill. And that's going to be interesting. Down the inside, could he make a move? Down the inside, I believe, yes! Diving, does he make the move? Beautiful on the brakes. And does the Mercedes, can't do anything there. Goody will be challenging soon as well. Now that's a very opportunistic move, and he pulled it off, a beautiful dive. And have to say, 10 out of 10 for effort. Definitely didn't give him any space there, but fortunate to say, sorry to Assassin for cursing his race there, basically causing him to crash into a wall. Happens whenever I commentate, you see. The commentator's car strong with me. And unfortunately it happens again. At least my mic isn't crackling that badly today though. Mr. Crumpet now dropping off the pace, and what's out for that? McLaren. And the Arctic Devil catching, not Arctic Monkey. I used to remember an Arctic Monkey from somewhere, but it's Arctic Devil now, so I don't know which league it is in, but I believe it's this, but I'll see if we can find out. I think I remember an Arctic Monkey from somewhere. I'll figure that out one day. Also, one thing I'd just like to say, this game is inverted because R2 is down and L2 is up. I suppose that makes sense if you want to control sideways for a minute. Oof, the Renault sideways on the exit, however. Catching though, 7 laps to go here in the Styrian Mountains. If you're just joining us, welcome to the very warm, sunny day here. As Goody under pressure then from the Renault. I don't know if he slides out the corner. And what's out though? They are catching very, very rapidly low of the Mercedes, so this could be into a three-way battle then. McLaren, a little bit of a weave there, saying don't try to the Renault. The Renault backs out of it pretty much, making sure it doesn't lose his front nose cone then. And I think this could end into an interesting battle going on then. Three-way battle. They are in a catch. Now, we don't know if that Mercedes has to make another stop. We do not believe so. But so far, so good. Goody is now only 9 tenths, and 5 tenths behind is the Renault. So this is going to end interestingly. See, the Mercedes is going to come in. Someone goes silly right there. That's Lily going right up the last corner. As Leeds 3 come out of the last corner now, and look at them. DRS is going to be active on all 3 cars there, or 2 at the back at least. It's going to be interesting to see where anyone makes a move though. I think DRS could be an opportunity. The Renault gets a bit of a wiggle on the exit there. That's not going to help him at. Oh, now let's look out for that McLaren. What can he do? They'll have DRS, and it's going to be an interesting move then. So they'll all have DRS net on that Mercedes. Expect the Mercedes being a sitting duck here. And he gets a terrible exit now. Let's see, is he close enough? I don't think so yet. He's a bit too far back to make a dive. And the Renault always looking back. They're looking up both those front tyres there. Looking behind, wondering. As the McLaren wiggles on the exit then. Perhaps looking for the inside. Not going to make it there. Oh, he is going to make it there. Oh, is he down the inside? Gets the wiggle on. Almost takes his nose off. And off round the McLaren as he hit the wall. And the Renault trying round the outside. He's not doing it there. I mean, almost making a huge mistake there as the McLaren doesn't chip his nose off. But very optimistic stuff then from him. And unfortunately, didn't pay off. Now, look for the Renault then challenging that Mercedes. I think it'll be an easier move then. DRS down the inside at turn number 1 he'll go. Maybe not. Wiggling all over the place. Bit of a weave there. Mr. Crumpet down the inside. Beautiful move. He chips his front wing off. The Mercedes staying there. Almost chips his front wing off. And the McLaren, look for the McLaren to the outside. Yes. Round he goes. Can he do it? 3 wide. They're going to go. And wants out the leader as they battle here. They want to get out of the way. One of them does. That is the Mercedes. The second one will get on the way out the corner. And there is Ferris then up front, challenging as hard as he can. And I believe not getting out of the way yet, though, but a bit of a bigger lead. And I've seen cars not getting out of the way before and didn't end well. Blue flags will be in order, loads. So, there we are then. Penalty. 5 seconds stop go, ignoring blue flags. And surely he'll get out of the way. Now he does. Almost chips his front wing off on the back of the leader, though. Bit of naughty then from him. Didn't get out of the way in time, but does in the end. And now it's going to be the challenge of seeing where can he make a move. And Arctic Devil now a penalty and straight in. So Arctic Devil there, naughty boy then. Perhaps had to make another stop soon anyway. So that'll be 5 seconds on his time then. What's battling going up front though? So this circuit interesting. Owen catching Bobster a little bit there. 33 out of 36, and 4 laps to go here. In the Styrian Mountains here at Spielberg. Here, of course, not named after the beautiful, beautiful, famous film producer. Also presumably born somewhere near Spielberg. Never mind, the Red Bull Ring. Of course, came back in 2014 here for F1. Used to hold the A1 wing and the Austrian ring. That's in Germany. Something else, I think I had O in the beginning of it. It's a bit hard to pronounce, but used to hold the old circuit here, which you can probably see actually. Used to go straight on up here. And used to last one used to be a kind of a nice 180-degree corner. I need to go straight up here around that hills there and probably rejoin somewhere in the circuit around here then. We're looking at Danny then. And there is Owen then challenging a little bit now, closing up then on the Renault. And there on the left you can see actually it'll be where the track rejoined, just actually out of shot down there it rejoined here, flying itself down the straight then, and rejoining down here. That's what the circuit needs to rejoin. Bowser then in between these two there then. So that is the Haas getting out of the way straight away. Gets out of the way nice and easily. And lets the Ferrari slot itself into the position it needs. Now where's its next challenge? Doesn't want to lose the rear on the exit. He's only a little bit behind Bobster. 1.6 seconds. It could be interesting to see what happens there, especially if he does that. And well, he does it again, so never mind. Commentator's curse always work say things. Williams out of lead 1-2. Don't see that too often. Last time a Williams 1-2 happened in Formula 1 was a long time ago. Last time it was leading in Austria 1-2 and Mercedes won it. No Mercedes in sight today. Mr. Columpit down in 9th. And his fellow teammate, I don't know where it is, definitely not doing so far so good then. A few people out the pit lane, Silent Assassin, Jask and Flat Slag and Random and MK Born as well, never started, I don't believe. Arctic Devil though, he's in 11th place then. Bowser in 10th, Mr. Crumpet in 9th, 8th place is Goody, 7th is Lily, Selene is in 6th, Danny 5th, Owen 4th. Third, Bobster and the two Williams lead here in Austria. 35 out of 36 then, as we're coming on to the penultimate lap here in the Styrian Mountains. So far so good, the race has been exciting and it's been fun. However, it's only be interesting to see what happens then in the final few laps there. Could there be a battle going on for the battle for 4th place? The answer to that is, they're closing but not enough low. I don't think to make a battle low. He's keeping the gap just even enough not to make a move. And that's all what he needs to do then. Keep that gap even Stevens, and he won't be able to make that move. If he doesn't, then there'll be an issue, but nonetheless, keeping his car clean during this race. Further down the back, however, not much going on. So this is the only real battle apart from the leaders who are coming up on the last lap. As Mr. Crumpet now in between the two Williams then. As the second Williams then comes to lap the first one. He gets out of the way, nice and clean there on the exit there. That's what we like to see then. Starting our last lap, by the way, is the leader then. Ara Frisch leading the way. And not often do you say this, but it's been a quite good drive for him there. Oh dear, Mr. Crumpet. Multiple warnings there, not good there. Now, what's he done to get the penalty? Last corner, easy to do. Arctic Devil, should he say, catching Baz up. Not going to get him there low, I don't think, on the last lap. 2 seconds now, Owen, so he's not closing. Could this be all over then for the challenge for that position? Ferrari not close enough to make that move. And I don't think he's got enough in him to make it. Following behind is Haas, who's lapped down, I believe. And that's going so far so good. Now closing a little bit up front then. Down to 8.6 seconds, the closest it's been all race. He's only coming through the last few corners now then. And he'll be on a way for a well-deserved victory here, the Williams. Through the last 2 corners, he will come. It's been a great drive then. For our leader then, the Williams, comes through the last corner then. And will come to the line to claim victory here in the Austrian mountains here in celebration then. Well done to your Williams driver there then. And unfortunately now we have to try and get ourselves to look at the second place guy. It won't let us there. So we're looking at this guy now because it wouldn't let us change the camera because it's annoying. It never lets us change camera. Has anyone else realised it never lets us change camera? Well, congratulations to your winners today there, Len. All the drivers doing a good job here, Len. Our first leads from Paggy, Bobster, Owen, Danny, Sir Lane, and there's a shunt. And that, who was that running to the back of him? It was the Williams. Wow, what has happened there? The Williams crashing into each other. That was remarkable. You don't normally see that after a race. I mean, Sebastian Vettel, I suppose, but crashing into each other after the end of the race. Extremely interesting accident there, Len. Definite damage then on that car. Oh, congratulations to the Williams today there for winning here in the Austrian mountains then. And now we'll go over to the podium to witness the beautiful drivers here on the podium. Well, congratulations for your winners of today's race, Len. They are victorious and they are well deserving of the win. Well, there we are then. The German wins from the Netherlands driver. Bobster in third, ahead of Owen. Danny is in fifth place in Sir Lane. Lily, good. Mr. Crumpet, Bazza, Arctic Devil, Charlotte Assassin, and Jask are there in top and third team. The Fat Slag retired from the race after impact Claire with the wall. Marcus Ericsson down in 15th place as well then. Having a good day in the Sauber. Well, that's it for today, Len. That's an occasional stream we get then. Do join me on Sunday, by the way. We'll be streaming AOR on this channel. Check it spaced out below. Check it out. It will be fun. We'll see you there, Len, on Sunday. So do expect for some interesting things to happen there, Len. Until then, from me in the commentary box, thank you for joining, and we'll see you later on. Huzzah.